Good morning and good afternoon and welcome back to another episode of Boosted 2000 where we're going to be doing some work on the Escort. So I've realised when I'm driving this Escort around and I got a show or something like that, I've been driving for like an hour and I park up and then I go and restart it, I hear like a start motor click. Disconnect the battery, reconnect it and it starts. I do have this isolator, let me show you. I have a diesel battery on here which is a lot bigger. It's the biggest you can fit in B. By the way, that's not rust, that's wax oil, okay? Don't judge me. So yeah, I got this isolator, which has this screw. I used to use one on my Fiesta when I used to leave it parked up. Now and again, I disconnect this and reconnect it. But what was actually happening is, by the looks of it, if you look, it's not sitting straight and the nut wasn't making proper contact. So I believe what was actually happening is it wasn't enough earth, basically. So it was melting, it wasn't making enough contact. When trying to turn, it wasn't enough earth. And then disconnecting and reconnecting it was fixing a problem. But anyhow, enjoy the video. Okay, so that's the Escort out, that's the Escort up on my ramps. Thank you to Jenny last Christmas. My sister-in-law bought me these extra little plastic ramps because everybody knows, even though you have a low profile jack, a car like this, you just can't get it up in here. And you want to cause damage to it. Right, so what are we going to do? Since I've had this car, okay, well, I've had it about 3.5 years now, I think. Yeah, straight away I put Bembos Focus RS Mark 1 brakes on it. Bought the setup second hand and it was a good price. Right, I say it was a good price, it was fair. Come with a fitting kit, all the hoses, came with discs, it came with pads. Put them on, they never were good brakes. Squealed a bit in the start, put some goo on the back kind of stuff, I think. I can't remember. Anyway, they're common for that. They just weren't good brakes. So half pedal, seemed okay, nice and stop. Put your foot down, they've just faded and eventually stopped. The car does have ABS. I've bled the brakes twice since then. Once being yesterday, pulled out some air, thought, oh, they're going to work fine. And they're just not. Looked online, looked into on the RS2000 page, a few people had like a pump instead of running the vacuum for the servo, which is off the inlet manifold. Because a few people have said that with it being now a turboed car, it's not generating enough vacuum. But they said try pumping the throttle, the brakes, didn't make a difference at all. So this electronic pump I don't believe will make a difference. Some people said put a Mondeo big servo on it or a different master cylinder. But then again, other people have said it's not a problem. They've been running big brakes, they're running 4 parts, APs, K-Sport brakes and Bembos with no issues. So I'm at a loss. And I was thinking then, I was like, I'm giving off symptoms and signs of like glazed braking, so they're very fade. They pass a brake test on MOT and they overpass it. But I'm running 328mm discs, do you mean, with a set of 4 pop Bembos. So I've gone out and bought myself a set of pads. Only cheap, well I say only cheap, but Apex pads or APEC from Motor Factors just to try this out. And hopefully I'll show you the journey. It should be nice and easy to do so. Let's try, shall we? It's either going to work or it's going to be a disaster. See you soon. Okay, so other than clean my brakes because they're dirty, what we need to do is tap this out, tap that out, take this out then in return, and then pretty much hopefully we can push the brake pads back. As you can see, they already move. Take the guide pins out, clean them up, and hopefully slide the old brakes out, as well as pushing the pistons back in one hit. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever done a set of these brakes. That's come out really nice. Okay, on to the next. Excellent. Okay, I'll just get something thinner now to tap these through. If you look this side, this is the retainer that goes on to hold it in place. Okay, we got this nice thin little screwdriver. I'm sure there is a proper tool for doing this. This does the job perfect. Don't you wish all brakes are like this? Okay, I'm going to stop filming now and take the other one out. Okay, so these are the two pins. I'm going to clean these up and keep these safe. If you look, they have this little, that part, what goes in retains it. Also, this pops out. I'll show you the sequence, how to get this in at the end. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've wrapped the end of my screwdriver with some tape so I don't damage and score the disc. And I'm prying the piston back using the brake pad. And just like that, the old pad should come out. So what pads are these? These are currently Padged pads. If you take a look at that, there's loads of meat left on these, but they do feel really, really soft and smooth. So they could actually be glazed. Can't even scotch up a bit. Okay, so we're going to use some Apex pads, which probably aren't as good as a Padged, but these pads are exactly the same, which is great. They have twice as much meat on them, however, a bit directional too, okay? What I will say is these ones come with the anti-squeals on the back with the weights which fit into the piston. These aren't going to be able to go on unless I physically take the caliper off, which I don't plan on doing, so I'll just be unscrewing these and fitting them without them. Okay, so what we do is we take them off, but I put this retainer back on with hopefully two. Okay, so I have removed the weights or the anti-vibration things, and I've put the plates back on the back, and these are ready to go in. These are directional too, so I'll slot these in. Well, actually I'll take the other one out, I'll slot them in and we'll go from there. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but we put the first pin back in and that will sit there. We put the retaining clip underneath that pin and push that down, and in doing so we push the second pin through the back above the retaining pin, and then that should go through and line up and come through this hole here, tap it from the back, and that's the brakes in situ. Nice and easy, isn't it? But yeah, there's loads and loads of meat left on these, but well, that's the two that's come off, and the two that are going on. You know the difference. I know they're not broken in yet, but these really, really are shiny, and I do honestly believe they're glazed. Who will know? We'll have to test it. Okay, so on review, I now know I need a new track rod end on this side, because there seems to be a bit of play. Also, when bleeding these brakes, you bleed from the inside out, okay? Okay, windows open so you can hear me. Not a glamorous angle, and I am absolutely stinking. Both sides are done. Doing the passenger side, a bit of a trouble getting the piston back in on one of them. It seems seized, so I slackened it off, took the fluid out, kind of stuff, re-bled the brakes. It didn't really want to go in, wheel wasn't turning too much. Drove off a drive, brakes were really fadey, but when brakes are brand new, they're not very good today. I've done one lap around the block, around pretty much where I live and up the road and back. But it's a nice little downhill. We were a clunk. I think I must be the piston going back in. But I literally, no matter how hard I would stand on the brakes previously, I could never get a car to lock up. I know it's got EBS, but it'd just be a fade. Not like that skid with EBS. But we're going to try it now. And you're going to try it with me. So make sure there's no one behind me. Oh, we got brakes! I haven't had brakes like this since like 2 years ago. Try again now, see what it feels, see if you can see it. Oh yeah, we skidded. Oh yeah, we got good brakes. Let's try one more time. Oh yeah, brakes are so good, the wheels are a bit of kit. I don't know what's hit me, I'm not used to this. I'll be careful I don't go into anyone. I think the car has got ABS. That's good. That's really good brakes. Gentle, progressive. Yeah. One more just for fun. I'll take that. Let's hope I haven't cooked the discs of a new patch. No, perfect. Let's get back to the house and check. Also, how good does it sound? Who loves an open filter, like a Group A Cosworth filter? I don't think you heard me. I'm just having too much fun right now. But yeah, that sounds good. Yep, and the brakes are stopping us. Homeward bound. Okay, so literally all I want to do is jack this car up, get it off the air, get it in the air off the ground, and hopefully the wheel will turn freely and our piston's unlocked. So look, shall we? It's taking us time. This is all in real time. Let's try it. Oh gosh, is it tight? So look now. Okay, so the carb has been back off. We've taken the brake out and we've got movement. Happy with that? So yeah, cleaned all this up. We're laughing. Wheels back on. Happy day.
12 seconds later.
Okay, you might have noticed we swapped cars because of this. So I've changed the ball joint on it. And again, the part, this one is a Napa part and it's come from FMP in Swansea, so thanks. Always sorting me out. So let me swap you around. Recently changed that. Well, I changed that one when I first got the car. Rather than swapping a whole arm, you have to undo a 22mm bolt here, hit this, bang, 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 and the next one, bang, 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 bang. Put it out, 70mm nuts on here, and then swap it for this nice new part. There's no point swapping the entire bottom arm out when this is the only part he's replacing. And get this on and hopefully the knocks are gone. But I've also noticed a little tear on the track rod end on this one too. Exactly the same as my Focus. You absolutely couldn't write this. Also, I don't know if you can see there, I smashed myself in the face with a pry bar. So I have a black eye tomorrow too. Okay, so these aren't very good, okay? So most cars you tend to face down, where you can put an agger gun on and it's happy days. So this now is turning, but if you jack it up on the bottom and turn it, problem solved. Remember our helpful tip? The next time you're stuck in a predicament, say Dan from Boosted 2000 taught me how to do that. There we are, that's that done. And remember, there's a little dust shield behind there. Make sure it does not catch on your brakes because it'll go and piss you right off. Trust me, I know. Look at that. Yeah, don't hit yourself with tools. I know, because I thought it was my drive shaft before. Okay, so that's the car down off the axle stand. The last one didn't seem too bad, but it was making a knock. But if you look closely over here, it had gone and there was grease all around the CV boot. So I'm assuming that this actually was knackered. Yeah, it's pinched there. If you can see, it's also pinched there. These also come in a 18 and a 22mm, okay? I think the 18s are 2006 prior and the 22 are later, FYI, in case you can do this job. Okay, so let's test the focus, shall we? Right, so what's happening? When I first bought the car, I had to change the wishbone, the bushing on the wishbone, okay, the big one on the rear. There was loads of movement like that. Not long after, I was getting a clunk and a click when I'd reverse back in the corner and I'd go and pull off, so I'd get that clunk. So I put it down to it be a ball joint. So we're going to have to sample and see what happens. I'm not too sure if you're going to hear it. I'll try and speak up. I'll open the windows a little bit. But what I would normally do is do it like right now when I do a 3-point turn in the middle of a road. And as always, some plonker. Who doesn't like to say thank you? Because they're entitled. Got my way, but it didn't click. God, these brakes are better than the Escort though. Okay, so we're going for a little drive. No rattling, no judders. Problem it is not long after school time, so let's look alright. Let's go up here, shall we? No knocking, keep trying. Okay, so we're home now. It's not making that awful thud. It still do get a little bit of click. It's not drive shaft noise though. It's nothing like that. The only way I can describe it is it's when you reverse back, you can feel the movement. So maybe it does need a lower arm wishbone, because the only one bush which I haven't changed, which I do have, but you do need to get pressed, might be failing. But it's 10 times better, and I'll take that for now. It doesn't affect the driving. It's just a little annoying click or a knock, dunk, like that when you're back and forth. When you're moving, I suppose, from reverse to forwards. Anyhow, that's for 2 cars done, and it's always a joy having old cars. I suppose next now I need to have track road arms done on the driver's side on both cars. We get that done soon. But yeah, the joys of Fords and the joys of motoring. But the Escort is 32-year-old, and the Focus is like 17-year-old. What is it, 2007? So yeah, so like 15 years old. I don't know, I'm terrible at maths. But yeah, 14 maybe even. It's going to play on my mind now, so if you know, put in the comments. But yeah, happy days.